Hey folks, today we're going to look at a SaaS that's built on WordPress and of course WPCloudDeploy. This particular SaaS uses WooCommerce in two locations. The first location is a store where customers can purchase a subscription using WooCommerce. That's obviously powered by WPCloudDeploy and its integration with WooCommerce. The second place WooCommerce is used is the site the customer is going to receive after they complete their purchase. That's going to be a pre-configured WooCommerce store that is based on a template site. I guess there is a third place WooCommerce is used, and that is the template site itself. As an aside, I should mention that I'm not suggesting that you run out and start building a SaaS to sell generic WooCommerce stores at all. In fact, I think that's a really bad strategy. Instead, a better strategy would be to sell WooCommerce store subscriptions that target a particular niche. If that niche is popular in some place like Shopify, you could even offer a conversion plan for existing Shopify users. Having mentioned that, let's move on. What you're going to see today is a WooCommerce purchase that eventually results in a site that's built on WordPress with a pre-configured WooCommerce store for your end customers. So let's take a look at where we are now. Right now, we've got a very simple pricing screen. It's got your usual 3 price options and a pricing table. Each of these buttons that you see here is connected to a product in a WooCommerce store that in turn is connected to WPCloudDeploy. So let's go ahead and purchase a professional plan. I'm going to open up that in a new tab. You can't probably see the actual tabs, but we're in a new tab now. So here we are in the cart, and we're just going to enter a store name. So WC Demo 001, fill out some basic information. And I'm sure you can recognize that this is a basic WooCommerce checkout experience. Nothing fancy, just WooCommerce cart and checkout. Click sign up now. And we're just going through with the WooCommerce checkout experience. Here's the critical thing on this page. This is your thank you page. You'll notice that it's telling you that the site is being created. So you're not sitting here waiting for the site to be created. Instead, it's being spun up in the background and you're going to get an email. As a customer, you'll get an email that says, hey, the site's ready. Here's all your login information and all the other things you'll need. One of the advantages of this approach is that you can have much larger template sites because you don't risk running into PHP timeouts that can occur if you're sitting there waiting for a site to be copied. The other advantage of this approach is that it validates your customer email. If they don't get the email, then it means that their email address is incorrect. If that's the case, they can contact you directly to get things corrected. It's basically a validation process for your customer's email. Alright, a few minutes later, your customer gets an email that looks similar to this. It contains the username, temporary password links to the store, as well as the management console, plus things like IP address, the order information, and so on. Basically, everything they need to access the store once it gets up and running. Note that you, as the SaaS admin, have the ability to configure what this email looks like. In fact, this entire thing is configurable. Your customers also have the ability to access the stores or the admin panel for the store directly under their account screen. You'll see they have this My Stores link. That takes you to a page that looks something like this. You have a link to WP Admin, a link to the front end of the site, etc. If I click the front end link, you'll see that it'll take you right there. That's what the front end of the store looks like right now. Let's close that out. It also gives you a powerful WordPress specific control panel. And that control panel can be accessed by clicking the link right here. And it looks something like this. You as the SaaS admin can customize what tabs the customer gets to see. Most of the time, you're at least going to want to have the customer see the change domain tab. So that way, when they point their final domain to the IP address, they'll be able to change the domain to their real domain. For now though, let's just log into the store. We're going to go to the login screen, grab the user ID, stick it there, grab the password, put it in there, and let's log in. If you've been around a while with WordPress, you'll probably recognize this look in WP Admin. It's created with a product called UI Press. You'll also notice that the customer options or customer menu options are severely limited. Your customers, or your SaaS customers, are only going to get access to the things they need and not necessarily to the things that will allow them to break the site. For this particular SaaS, though, no sample products have been created. So if you go to the product page, you'll see there are no products on there. Our recommendation generally is that you create some sample products, but this particular SaaS doesn't have them. The other thing you'll notice is that this SaaS is built on a page builder called Beaver Builder. You wouldn't see the name Beaver Builder anywhere though. Instead, when you go to a page, you're simply going to see something called the designer. So let's take a look at one of these pages. If you've seen Beaver Builder, you'll probably recognize the UI. It's just that the customer will never see the Beaver Builder term anywhere. They'll just see designer. The other nice thing about this SaaS is it has a to-do list. That to-do list is a semi-guided reminder to the customer of all the things they need to do to get their store up and running. Alright, so far the assumption is that you'll give your customers a nice template to work from, but that they'll do most of the work to get the store up and running. What happens if you want to offer a more white glove service? In this case, you'll want the email that we showed you earlier to be suppressed, and the thank you page after the checkout to have a different notice. So in this example, the user is purchasing a store subscription along with a white glove service option that imports data from Shopify. So they get additional support with that purchase option. Let's see what that might look like. It's a little different than what you saw earlier. Let's create my store. That's been opened in a different tab, so I'm just going to flip over to that, and it's the same checkout experience. All right, we're going to call this WC Demo 002. And you'll notice that the customer is still logged in from the prior checkout. The pricing is different because they've got a sign-up fee, which is effectively the white glove service fee. And now we're just going to click sign up, and at this point you'll notice that the thank you notice is different. The thank you notice is basically saying, okay, we need to collect some information from you so we can start a Shopify migration. And then we're going to send you an email that would outline what else we might need from you. That's different from the prior checkout experience you saw earlier. It's a completely different message. So what happens in this particular case is this SaaS admin is now going to get an email that says, hey, this product has been purchased. At that point, they're going to craft a manual email that goes off to the customer, which gives them a list of all the things that are needed for the Shopify migration. Then, when the Shopify import is complete, the SaaS admin will send another email that says, hey, the store is ready. Here's all the information you need to access it. And here's all the things we've done. So instead of a whole bunch of automatic emails going out that might encourage the customer to access a site before it's ready, this particular workflow where you've got white glove service just says, hey, thank you for your purchase. Just look for an email from us on what to do next, and we'll tell you what else we need. All right, you've seen two different types of WooCommerce stores you can create. You probably didn't know that you can mix and match them. Some products can be do-it-yourself, and some products can be white glove service products. But it's time to wrap things up. What you've seen today is a SaaS that sets up a WooCommerce store for your customers. That SaaS is built on WPCloudDeploy, and it's run across 3 different servers. We didn't actually show you the back end and the servers or anything like that. We were just trying to show you the front end and what you could potentially offer your customers if you want to start offering WooCommerce stores that are pre-configured for a particular niche. Alright, this is a warning that it's promotion time. We've created a WPCloudDeploy service with a flat price that can set up a similar SaaS for you. If you want that option, your primary function will be to define the store defaults and to create your marketing pages to target your unique audience. We'll take care of the rest. If this service is something you believe would be useful, just check out our services page or drop us an email at contact@WPCloudDeploy.com. Alright, we hope you've enjoyed this video and that it's been informative. If you'd like to see more videos like this, just drop us a note below or send us an email. Or open a ticket. We've got a bunch of different ways for you to contact us. We're very happy to create these types of videos that illustrate what WP Cloud Deploy is capable of doing.